Let's bring on the show now Mr. Kumar Rajagopalan. He is the CEO of the Retailers Association of India. Mr. Rajagopalan, thank you for joining us today. So I think everybody's eyes now appear to the festive season. How is that going to fare, especially for retailers that have had it tough during the lockdown with sales going down to, well, the bare minimum. So, before we talk about the festive season, let's talk about what's the retail sector looking like now. I know that, we are on this path to recovery, but what is the pace of this recovery that you're witnessing?
Yeah, for the first, right up to July, I think the business for retail was around 35 to 40% of last year. From the time the pandemic and the lockdown started. Subsequently, in the month of August, we've seen some green shoots because the businesses have done about 50% and some of the businesses have done really well. So we are already seeing a bit of a change. I mean, it's a 10% difference, is a big difference in retail for sure. And our expectation is that it will be a better month now. So far, we are expecting that the business would be negative 40% as against negative 50% for this month. So we are seeing some recovery. It's not a dramatic recovery. However, there are sectors where things are really good. For example, the old CDIT, which is consumer durable and information technology items, are all selling really well. Many of the companies are actually having double-digit growths also as compared to last year because people are at home. Work from home requires them to buy a few sets of items. So it's getting slightly polarized. On the one hand, there are things like garments, etc., which still needs to really grow to a nice level. On the other hand, there are things like CDIT products, things like furniture, etc., that customers do need even when they are working from home. And these segments are growing really well. Restaurant sector, all of us know, is really been impacted quite a bit so far. So it's not one size fits all. It's been different for different categories. However, this month, we are seeing some amount of optimism because these local lockdowns was the biggest issue for the entire retail sector. And that's got stopped thanks to the notification that came in from the central MHA and how the states have also then followed suit. States are realizing that livelihood is more important than local lockdowns. So I think we are slightly more optimistic as we go ahead.
Right, but are people starting to visit mall, or it's only like, if I need something, I go, and that's why whatever is coming in the store is getting converted?
Yeah, people are visiting stores. Whereas your specific question was about malls. So people are definitely visiting stores. When it comes to the malls, I think we're seeing lesser customer entry than maybe the nearby neighborhood stores for sure. But we've seen a typical change. For example, in the last month, if the customer entry was about 30% of last year, the sales was 50% of last year, which means that when customers do come in, they are buying more. They've got much more plan on what they want, and they are buying from there. Also, many of the retailers have definitely adopted a unified commerce or an omni-channel approach where they are visible to consumers online as much as offline. So it's helping consumers decide what they want even before they enter the store. And that's helping them to buy. And many consumers, of course, buy from their houses itself. So that's the trend that we are seeing. So omni-channel is the trend. Buying more, deciding what they want to buy digitally even before entering the store is becoming the trend. And customers are really wanting to interact with the retailer before they enter the mall itself.
Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out time for us. Always good to get perspective from you. On that note, completely out of time, taking a break. Stay tuned. Lots more lined up on the other side.